Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Lewis Sports Network. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure you're sharing on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Hope everybody is having a wonderful hump day, Wednesday. Appreciate y'all, man. As always, man, peace and love. So I'm not going live tonight, but I'm definitely going to be going live tomorrow for the Golden State Warriors against the Boston Celtics. And I'm going to do a double duty with a double header where we got the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Phoenix Suns. So make sure y'all pull up for that. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, man. You know, without you guys, there is no me, as I always say. On to the video. I'm trying to understand something that's continuing to confuse me the more that this scoring record is drawing closer and closer and closer. Now, once again, I give LeBron his props for being able to play 20 years in the NBA. It's not easy to do what he's doing in his 20th season, putting up the numbers that he's putting up at age 38, 37, 38 years old, since he turned 38 last month in December. So I give him the kudos in the world, man. LeBron is an amazingly great player. But this is where I stop, because I'm trying to ask myself, when did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, with the scoring record that he has held for nearly 40 years, all of a sudden become the greatest player of all time? Because was Kareem considered the greatest player of all time? Maybe some of his peers had thought that way. And I have no issue if Kareem in his heart believes he's the greatest of all time. But much respect to Kareem, he's never come out and said he was the best of all time. There's a couple of things working against in Kareem's favor. For example, Kareem was not the best personality. He didn't seem like a marketable guy. He had a very stoic personality. Sometimes he's not the biggest fan of the media. I mean, he's kind of changed over time a little bit and has been a more outspoken, where he wasn't like that back in the day. But also, he may have 6 regular season MVPs, but when it came to the NBA's biggest stage, he only has 2 finals MVPs. He was the best player on 2 championship teams out of his 6 titles. Now, he was older. He did win a finals MVP at age 38, which I think he's the oldest finals MVP still in NBA history. But he's only been the best at 2 of his championships, 2 of the 6 rings that he earned in his career. And he should have won in 1980, but he did not. He didn't. From what I heard, I think he was supposed to win the finals MVP, but he didn't want it, which I don't understand that. Which would have gave him 3 MVPs, and that would have looked a little bit better, because now it would have been like he was the best player on half of his championship teams, because Magic has been Finals MVPs 3 times and Kareem's only been 2. Now, I bet you if we would have gotten prime Kareem from Milwaukee to the Lakers for a little bit longer, quite possibly he would have had more Finals MVPs. But what I'm trying to understand is that, yes, LeBron has 4 championships, and he's been the best player on all 4 of his championships that he's won. The problem is Michael Jordan has been the best player on every Finals MVP championship team that he's won with, from 91 to 93 and from 96 to 98. And a scoring record that is a longevity cumulative stat has all of a sudden become the measuring stick for the greatest player of all time. That's what I'm trying to understand. If Kareem wasn't considered the greatest player of all time, and he is 6-4 in the NBA Finals, what makes LeBron James the greatest player of all time with his reverse record at 4-6? And then the thing is, like I said before, and you guys could go check out my video, LeBron James was not losing to dynastic teams as his fanboys always claim. I've already mentioned it in another video, that the San Antonio Spurs were never really regarded as a dynasty. A lot of these media outlets have created these false articles of how the Spurs are this, great dynasty that LeBron went up against, when it's just not true. They're a great organization that won 5 championships. But the thing was, they were never dominant to where you looked at the Spurs as one of the greatest teams of all time. Yes, they're one of the greatest franchises for their ability to have been able to win the championships, but they've won 5. And 03 to 07 is really the only time you can really kind of look at it in a sense of a dynasty. But the problem was they never repeated, and they went on a 7-year championship drought after 2007, which is what nobody wants to talk about. And the thing is, if LeBron went up against the dynastic Spurs, he faced them, what, 3 times? But 2 of those times in 13 and 14, he was with the Miami Heat. And then with Golden State, they became a dynasty at LeBron's expense. But I'm still trying to figure out, a scoring record now makes you the greatest of all time. It's starting to make sense now, which I will explain in another video. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think about the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James as he nears the scoring record. An amazing accomplishment, but I'm trying to figure out, when did he become the greatest by achieving this mark, though? Anyway, bless up, live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching.